Hi. Hello. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, since I'm stuck in quarantine, you know that I had to do this. I had to watch this show. I have to turn into the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic. I mean, come on. This Netflix document series was beyond just blew my mind. So many ups and downs. If you love it or if you hate it, it is so weird. You can't help but continue watching. It is like a train wreck meets the Titanic sinking meets just everything that to take our mind off what's going on in the world. So today I'm going to talk about Joe Exotic, the Tiger King documentary, answer some of your guys' questions, and discuss what you guys have been posting to me on Instagram and everything, and we're going to turn into Joe Exotic himself. As I am making this, I heard that he possibly has the coronavirus while he's serving his sentence in jail. So that's interesting. Let's put a wig cap on because I'm definitely going to need something. I'm breaking out on top of having bruises on my face from allergies. I've been like pushing this because my sinus allergies were so bad, and I finally found medicine last minute to help me out. It was an ordeal. But put this wig cap on. I have to do a weird thing with this wig cap while leaving some of the sides visible, because he has a mullet and I have a blonde wig that I'm gonna put on, but the mullet has dark hair here. It's crazy that I probably have more grays than Joe Exotic does. What that quarantine life is doing to my roots. Does he have chest hair? Do I have to paint chest hair? I have some facial hair put on him. Alright, to start off this makeup, I'm gonna do stippling, and it's gonna be hard to talk. We're gonna put this to stretch out our mouth and stipple here first to give those saggy, like, cheeks he has and old age lines. We're gonna do here, here, and on our cheeks, and some of our forehead maybe, to give him some old agedness. If you don't know about Tiger King, what it mainly is a mystery. Like, if you like murder documentaries and if you like weirdos like I do, you will like this because it's a mystery of, well, this is just a piece of it, someone's husband dying and they don't know, well, they don't know if he's dead or missing. It's a missing husband case, and it's all these people who share the same passion for collecting exotic wild tigers, animals, big cats, lions. They're like if zoos and circuses combined with crazy people, and there's a lot of competition and weirdness. The show's about a lot of people with very big egos who make a business and a living off of capturing and caging up crazy big cats. There's a lot of weird legal stuff that goes on, a lot of fights. It gets graphic. Someone loses their ligament, who is misgendered throughout the show. Saf. I really hope this works. I haven't done old age stipple in a long time. I forgot how many layers. I'm on like my second layer. I might do 3 or 4. Probably gonna do 3 or 4. Maybe I only need 2. I'll do one more here. Alright, that's old enough, I think. Once we have this, we're gonna prime our face and make sure it's nice before we put on some makeup and go through your guys' comments. I asked you guys on social media we should discuss this because you know how many friends I had telling me I need to see this docu-series on Netflix about Tiger King, and for me to call them and contact them and text them in any ways, send smoke signals and flags to indicate that I've seen this because it's apparently that good. A lot of people. So I asked you guys, since you're my friends as well, what you thought of this. Let's have an open discussion a little bit. So if there's any spoilers in this discussion, I'm telling you right now, sorry. If you haven't seen it already, where have you been? Everyone in the world's seen it. It's worth seeing if you can't handle it because of there's some sexual things, animal abuse, stuff like that. I understand. But let's start with these comments, shall we? I'm gonna do a little bit of a deeper, like my summer color in this video for his foundation. Oh yeah. My friend the princess on Instagram said, it was so wild to me, I was convinced that it was a parody documentary of the first 2 episodes. Oh my gosh, right? I thought that they were joking. I didn't know this was a real human. I thought it was just a paid actor, but I guess it's real. JMCY1820 on Instagram said, do you think Tiger King and Carol are doing the same thing, profiting from these beautiful animals? So if you haven't seen this show, Joe Exotic, aka Tiger King, who wants to be known as Tiger King, the guy with the kind of big ego who, well, they all do, was shown with the capes and thrones with the tigers and stuff. The show kind of revolves around him and his hate towards Carol, who claims she's Big Cat Rescue, who claims that she's rescuing these beautiful animals, but she's also profiting off of caging these animals. I feel like her cages are smaller, if not just as small as like the Tiger King's cages, and Doc Antle, I think his name is, in the show as well. And there's a few other people, maybe two or more other people, who also cage these animals, and they're all kind of like, it's like the YouTube for caged tiger animals. But Carol Baskins claims that she's a rescue, but she's still caging the animals, and she's still making money off of them, of people visiting and taking pictures with these animals. And on top of that, the other people, I mean, they are running almost like cults of like barely paying their workers, barely letting them leave, but at least they're paying them, even though it's like $100 a week or something ridiculous and not enough. But Carol isn't paying her volunteers anything to exploit the animals just as much. But some say that she's like the guru savior of these animals, or that's what she's claiming to be. It's a whirlwind. It depends on where you come from, how you see it. I know a lot of people couldn't watch this because of the animal abuse and stories of the animals in here, but it's still so interesting to watch. I know full-fledged vegans and animal rights activists who still watch this. My friend Joan on Instagram, Joan Merlini, I hope I'm saying her name right. She's my actual friend. Do you think she killed her husband? I think she's talking about Carol Baskins, because her husband went missing, and he was a multi-millionaire who started the Big Cat Sanctuary. But they started as a big cat sideshow just like everyone else, and it wasn't a sanctuary when she first started it with her husband. And I think a lot of people forget about that. There's a lot of theories going on that Carol did kill her husband, and if you look in some of the pictures of her, they have these flowers that are very poisonous, and it's known in the criminal background history community of researchers that a lot of females, when they kill others, a lot of female killers, they usually tend to poison their prey other than murder, chop up people, that type of thing. And when she's interviewed, Carol Baskins, throughout the show at her home, she's in front of these, I think they're called oleanders, whatever flower this is, that if someone ingests it, they'll be poisoned. That's what is in front of her house. And I'm curious if that's what she used to poison the guy that's claimed to be missing. Joe Exotic's whole theory that her husband went missing in the septic tank is so intriguing, and I really wish that people would look into that, because it sounds like such a good theory to me. Do I think she killed her husband? I think it's probable, because if he was away in whatever part of the world that was it Costa Rica, wherever he used to go to, I feel like there would be friends that knew where since he went there so often, that knew where he was, especially his secretary that he told everything to. I would be friends with her. I would be friends with Joe Exotic's debating manager, and I would also be friends with the guy who did Joe's documentary, who was hired, because he has so much background and I know he knows so much. But yeah, I feel like people would know his whereabouts. He was so easily trackable because he would go to the same places, and he flew his own planes on top of it. I mean, those tiny planes could disappear though. I'm gonna try to delete some of my eyebrows, like right here, because he's like missing part of his eyebrow. That one girl, Rocky, also says she killed her husband. Also that Joe and Doc should be considered animal abusers. Well, I think that also that Carol should be considered that too, because she's locking up those cats even though she's considered a sanctuary. They're all kind of like, if animal abuse is considered capturing and caging live giant cats like that, Carol should too. I think she's abusing the system. Also, I want to know Doc Antle's thing, because at the end, you remember they had suspicions of him like having an on-site crematory for like baby cats? Now that is scary. Joe seeks out younger men on purpose. Yes, that's well known in the documentary, and it's creepy. but they're all like 18 and older, even though that's super young still for his age. Making my nostrils bigger. Also, do I think that Jeff Lowe set up Joe? Also, do you think Jeff should go to prison? I think Jeff should go to prison, definitely, because he was doing just as much bad stuff as Joe was, sneaking in these exotic pets into a ring into Las Vegas, into his hotel room. And not only that, he was trying to make his own business, taking Joe's business to, even though he was paying for some of it, he was trying to make his own in Vegas on a bus. So it's a moving pet prison. So I think he's just as guilty. And he's like in so much like actual crime in real life on top. He has a lot more criminal history that has nothing to do with these big cats on top of all these other people. So yeah, I do think that. Just contouring my face. Thoughts on Carol's husband? Yeah, I think there is a possibility, like I said, that he was killed, because I feel like so many people knew where he would go away to. Why haven't they found him there? And why did the investigation take so long to investigate the van and stuff that he left when he disappeared? Just all doesn't make sense. How can a multi-millionaire that leaves so much paper trace for his businesses just go missing? And his wife didn't seem to be all that sad about it. Jay says Joe Exotic equals a gay hillbilly political polygamous musician with tigers who hates Carol. Yes. Carol Baskin did it. You cannot convince me otherwise that she murdered her husband. That hair though, yes, Kim at Homestead Witchery. Also, how did Doc pull all those hot chicks? I love big cats too, but I'm not baking a creep for them. I know. I feel like he was one of the actual more cultish ones. Everyone's saying how they feel bad for the cats, and I know we were warned though at the beginning of the show how crazy this is gonna be and how just absolutely insane. I'm trying to get his brow hairs down, which is hard because his brows are just so like uneven and odd thinness in shape with all his piercings. Speaking of piercings, put this in here. I don't have a million of them, but at least I got one, which I think hopefully will suffice enough. I'm also gonna put some liner right here in my waterline because he has that too. Oddly enough, he can't afford meat for all of his cats all the time, or enough of it, but he could afford black eyeliner for his photo shoots. I need some alcohol paint. I'm putting some gray tones in my contour to make it look more natural. Don't want to get this in your eye, but just around it to show all the wrinkles and fine lines. I really need to do more contour, and especially on my forehead wrinkles. All right, now it's time to put on some facial hair. I feel like I look like a country boy that's seen way too much sun. Maybe that's what I'm going for. Get some of this crepe wool that I stole from the bottom of Carol's septic tank where she's hiding her husband's body. And we're just gonna slap on some spirit gum where we're gonna put our mustache. I feel like I knew Joe Exotic in another life. A lot of people are saying Carol for sure fed her husband to the tigers. I agree with E. Smith that everyone is bad. Wow, are we turning him back into Ron Swanson? Because that's what this feels like. A Bob Ross Ron Swanson, kinda. Oh my gosh, this person said that Joe Exotic was a mix of Oklahoma and Florida. Oh my gosh. Truth, just a little bit. Just a little bit of truth. Tea spilled up on that. Do you think Joe Exotic's like, tea, sis? Do you think he's that kind of gay? Do you think he knows about tea? Gotta get his mutton chops. I would love to do makeup on Exotic Joe. He wasn't in jail right now. See how he'd like it. I still think it was weird how he somehow talked people into marrying him even if they weren't gay. They were straight men. All right, we need some stubble right here on the chin and here. And we need, I'm laughing because I just realized what I need. Some tattoos, man. I need some freaking necklaces. Oh, he would wear this Thunderbird one for sure. For sure. All right, now time for the wig. Carol Baskins, I'm gonna get this wig and my boyfriend's hat. And I'm gonna somehow pull this wig off. Gotta situate the hair like that. And with that, we're completely done with this makeup transformation of Joe Exotic from the Tiger King. And in no way am I condoning animal cruelty and abuse. This was such an interesting documentary to look at all different angles of it intertwined with missing persons cases and criminal history and past. That's what drew me in originally. I'm not changing the way I dress. I refuse to wear a suit. I'm not cutting my hair. I've had some kiki. I've tried drugs. I have a judgment against me. Carol Baskins. That I'm coming for you. I am gay. I am broke as This guy right here, I feel like at first he had a true passion for the animals, but his ego got in the way when he gained a lot of money from them, and his passion for the animals just lost. In translation, with his stupidity, to be honest, that got him in jail. Leave me a comment down below on what you thought of the Tiger King. I could turn into Carol and other people. I don't know if I should. Turn into other people from this show, documentary. I hope there's a season 2 so we know more. And if the other people got caught for harming animals. There's so many open-ended questions. That's why I think it was so intriguing to people. I'll shoot you before I shoot my cats. Okay, now it's time to take this off. Woo! Enjoy this video. Shout out to pinkyparadise.com for providing these amazing contact lenses. Oh. For today's video, I absolutely love that company. There's so many more things to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know, I just feel like in every field, whether it be beauty gurus, YouTubers, cat enclosed people who show, that's just a weird field to be in. There's always going to be bad people and more decent people than others. Gosh, this looks like I'm actually tearing my actual skin off. But again, this is just local latex. Hopefully I can rub this makeup off. And Dylan's name off my body. Man, I feel like that last guy though, I wonder how old he was compared to the other guys that Joe Exotic was with, because he seemed a little older and that he really loved him than his past husbands. I felt so, I cannot not mention Travis. I felt so bad for Travis and his mom throughout this whole show, and Saf for being misgendered. Because sometimes when people are stuck in situations like that, they don't feel like there's a way out. And there always could be. Well, I guess not always. I guess it depends on your situation, but I look like I got a bad sunburn. Just peeling my skin right off my face. Subscribe for more videos like this. I do 2 videos a week here on this channel. Beauty makeups as well as these effects videos. I do videos every Monday and Friday. I hope to see you guys more in the future. Stick around to see if I will post your guys' ideas for videos, comments down below. And you can follow me on Instagram too, where I brainstorm all this, and Twitter. Alright guys, I'm gonna hop in the shower, and I love you all creators. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!